Hi, Guido Fox hier. Welkom bij een nieuw book report. Today I want to discuss with you this 365 pages book from Sogyal Rinpoche, the famous Tibetan master, and he set up some schools also. Shambhala schools in also the Netherlands, but also in Europe and in the world. So a very famous book from a famous guy. 365 pages. Why 365 pages? Because we have 365 days in a year. So it is every day there are wisdoms here you can read, and not small verses, but also with half of the pages of information about the sense of life. And that it's all about, right? Is the sense of life. What is the sense of life? And I told you in the previous video, if you watched the previous video about pessimism and defeatism, and that is your attitude towards life, your boredom, your pessimistic views, your bad thoughts, and your lazy, senseless boredom attitude. And with this book in the hand, we are able to dissolve your bad thoughts, your bad karmas, your bad traumatic experiences in your life, and you're able to grow spiritual wise, energetical wise, and you will be the flower in your own life and in your environment. The true nature we have to find and found, if you didn't found it already, the true nature. And a lot of Buddhistic teachers and Zen masters are talking about the true nature, finding true nature. That means that you are currently not found true nature. So the philosophy here is that every human being, and that's the harsh truth, every human being who are not into spirituality, who are not into Buddhism, who are not into Zen, who are not into meditation, are not found true nature yet. So we are programmed by society, we are programmed by the matrix, by your conditionings, by your family conditionings, by your school conditionings, by the system, and you didn't found true nature yet because society is astray from nature, astray from your core essence. So we have to deprogram the humanity or yourself. So we have to turn around this process to find your true nature. I'm not going to tell you in this video what is true nature. I told so many videos about finding your own inner line. But trust is very essential to find your true nature. So if you don't have trust, if you don't believe in it. And it's the mindset. It is mind and love. Your mind and love are very important in life. So your mind has to believe in something. If you're not believing in something, you will not get it. So your mind has to go first. Your willpower, Nietzsche was also telling that in the last previous video. I talked about Nietzsche. So your willpower has to go there, and your willpower is also able. Your willpower is also able to find trust. So if I say to myself, I want to find trust in finding true nature, then the chance will be very, very, very high that you are able to find true nature. So your willpower is linked with feelings of trust, and trust is linked with trust and deep trust and security into true nature. You understand this three-folded path? One, the will, two, the trust, and from the trust you can deep sinking into true nature, right? So willpower, trust, and then sinking into deep true nature. And when that happens, your mind is coming home. Your mind is still somewhere else, is with the hurrying phase, with the stress phase, with the outside world, with all the information on your social media. So your mind is somewhere else. And what happens if you find trust and sinking in true nature? Your mind is coming home, and you found true nature, and true nature is feeling as home. So your nature is coming home, and your trust is coming home, and everything is coming home, because the matrix is bringing you not home. The matrix is serving vested interest. The matrix is shaping you as a production machine, as a shopping machine, that you earn money for the matrix, but also spend money in the matrix. I talk later about shopping addiction in this video. So the inward earnings are serving the matrix, and the outward spending addiction is also serving the matrix to hold you addicted of earning money, addicted to spending money. And this addiction circle is not bringing your mind home, your mind relax, and your mind on the right place. So if you're in deep meditation and you're more and more aware, and your consciousness is rising, and maybe you become a little bit light, you feel light, or your energy field is light, or people staring to you. They say, wow, what's this kind of energy? And they staring, and you become light, you get a light field around you. You will become the chosen one of society, the escaped one. And if you become the escaped one, your mind is coming home to all those experiences in the matrix, all those seeings of bad behavioral patterns, all those influences of mass media, all those violent movies you were confronted in your youth. All those trash has to go out. All those trash has to go out to find peace and mind peace. After those endless external distractions in your life, you become endly a Nangpa. It's a Tibetan word, is Nangpa, someone who is going inside and feel home. He becomes a Citta. Citta is also a Tibetan word, Citta and Nangpa. Someone who is coming home and feel the heart chakra. Feel his inner heart. Someone who is awaked. Someone's mind is coming home. He become an enlightened mind. De verlichtingsgeest in Dutch. You become a verlichtingsgeest. Your mind is always inwards. 24 hours inwards. You are with him. You're inwards. You're Citta. You're becoming heart chakra king. You're going into meditation. In your meditations and outside your meditations. It's not only those 20 minutes. I talk later about duration of meditations. It's not only the inward journey in your meditations, but also the inward journey outside your meditations. And then you become a Nangpa. I like to repeat these words, right? These Tibetan words. Nangpa and the Citta. The Citta, the heart. You find the ecstatic heart chakra, and your consciousness will be rising and rising and rising, and your surroundings could be reacting a little bit jealous and jealous and jealous. Be aware of that. Be aware of jealous people in your surroundings. Pick up the signals and be aware with who you goes. It's probably your last life. If you're going into enlightenment and you feel attracted, or your books are coming on your path about enlightenment, probably it's your last soul life. So enjoy it the fullest. Enjoy the fullest last soul life. Enjoy it as much as you can, because it is probably your last reincarnation circle. Probably your last circle here on earth. You're not coming back. There's no purpose to come back here on earth. There's no purpose anymore that you're able to be there. So please enjoy your life and dump the negative people in your surroundings. Be very critical with who you goes and pick up the signals very early. The jealousy signals. Be aware of that. If you're raising your consciousness, people become jealous because you wear something what they not have. And you're following another path than the matrix people. So be aware of that. And they want to pick your energy and want to drag you down. So be aware of these mechanisms. The Dzogchen learnings, the Dzogchen learnings. Sit like a prince, a majesty vibe, and a majestic body language. If you are on a mountain, and you can see the rivers downside. So you're on a mountain in your meditation and you look downwards. So you're straight up and your body language is very, very prince-like. You have a majesty walk and a majesty vibe around you. So your view and your body language has to be if you're on a mountain. That's very important because you're not only in your meditation, you have to have a straight body language, but also when you walk on earth, you have to continue with this body language. I see so many people who are going a little bit in meditation, but they still walk like this on the street and not showing themselves fully, and are not able to share their energy transmissions and chakra awakenings to the rest of the world. The sharing inside and not sharing outside mostly of the times. It's an inward journey and an outward journey. So a lot of people are going a little bit in meditation, are not able to share because their attitude and their body language is still behind. I talked with you about earning money in the matrix and spending money in the matrix. You're so programmed to earn money for the vested interest, and you're also programmed to spend money on a very addictive way with all the discounts you have, right? Oh, there's some on discount, let's go there. Let's go there on a Sunday afternoon, on a holiday day, second Christmas day. Let's go. Oh, because they're discounts, we have to buy furniture. So the matrix is also programmed not only to earn money and earn more money and more money and more money, but also spend more money. So earnings and spendings. And what I mentioned and recognized, what I recognized in my life, if you have a lot of money, if you get a lot of money, you have to think, oh, where the fuck I have to spend my money on? So sometimes it costs more energy, mental energy, to have more money, because if you have more money, you have to think where to spend this all. Spend it on holiday, spend it on this, spend it on that. What should I buy? So it's more money, and I don't say less money is good, but the disadvantage of having more money will be overestimated in the matrix conditionings and perspectives. Because more money, where I have to put all the money, then I have to buy stocks. If I buy stocks, then I have to check every day, or you're going to check every day, how the stock market reacts. If you have more money, you buy more expensive cars. If you buy more expensive cars, you have to have more reparation costs. You have to go to the dealer. If you have more cars, you have to go more to the dealer. If you have a bigger house, you have to clean more your house. You have to hire people for that. You have to manage more people. And if you're very rich, you have people who are doing that for you. You outsource your daily tasks, but then you have to control this guy too. And you'll have to hire and fire maybe this guy too. So more money means also, most of the times, also more mental burdens. And with more money, there's mental burdens, but also the fear of losing your money. So the fear of not having enough money will be transferred a lot of times to the fear of losing your bank account, losing your savings. The fear of not having enough money will be transferred of the fear of losing your bank account and your savings. So the fear with money, stay active. It's a lot of times the case that I have people here who have millions of the on the bank accounts, who I coached in the past. They have millions, and it is surprising to see that they are afraid of losing their money, or put the money in a fixed object, or set it for a long time fixed somewhere. They're afraid. They're afraid of war, or what should I do if there's war and my money is somewhere or in property. So the fear continue in their lives, if even if there's millions of millions in their bank accounts. So that's what you what you see. The addiction to buy. So if you have a lot of money, you constantly saying, okay, what should I do with this money? What should I do? I buy and I stay buying, and you buy useless things, right? You buy a lot of clothes and you don't use that clothes so often, or you buy a car and you never use that car. Or what I see a lot of times, that people are buying a boat and they use the boat maybe on the begin stage several times, and then they don't use the boat anymore. Or the airplane. I had people who had private jets, and they use it 3-4 times per year because oh yeah, there was something broke on it, and it has to be repaired, and then I have to bring the airplane to the reparation. Okay, then oh fuck, I have to I want to go somewhere to a city, and actually I want to go with my private jet, but I have to go to the private jet. I have to tank gasoline first. Then I have to check by someone guy if everything is correct, right, to fly. So I have to hire someone who will do the check for the private jet. I have to go manage the landing certificates to land in a specific country. You have to buy a place to land and also have certificates. So you have to manage that too. So I remember one case that someone had a private jet. So I book a ticket on cheap tickets, and I will book a ticket by KLM, and I managed that in one day and can travel to other cities. So the private jet was still standing on somewhere in a storage room. So that's the funny story, right? The same with boats; they always have defects. So you can better rent. I think you can better rent, right? Sometimes instead of buying. That's another story. Buddha. Yeah, Buddha taught escaping the matrix prison, escaping the society. He was going into the jungle. He couldn't hear the noise of the matrix, the noise of the people, the chit talks of the matrix people, the gossiping talks. He was fed up with that, and he was escaping the matrix prison. And Buddha was also called it the matrix prison, the mental prison, not a physical prison, but the mental prison of the matrix, escaping the mental prison of the matrix. That was Buddha was saying. Rinpoche, the Tibetan master, wrote down on page 28 April, and 28 April he wrote that it's, if you're starting with meditation, begin slow, right? And a repetition is better, and persistence is better than do one time per week, 1 hour, and then the rest of the week nothing. So you can better do 5 minutes, and then another time 5 minutes per day, and another time another 5 minutes, right? So stay, walk slowly in the sea. Yeah, the first tipplings when you walk in the sea are not so deep, and slowly you go deeper and deeper and deeper into the sea with your feet. So start slowly, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and then build it up to 20 minutes, another time 20 minutes. What I discovered is I started my meditation journey with 1 hour per day, but now I'm on 2 hours per day. I think 2.5 hours, 2 hours, sometimes 1.5, 1.5 hour. Mostly I do one long durational meditation, like 1.5 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes, and the rest of the day I do half an hour. I take a break, and then another half an hour, 1.5 hour in the morning, 1.5 hour in the afternoon. So I think 1.5 hours are very good. I find 20 minutes too less, 10 minutes is too less, 5 minutes is too less. I mean, if you have an appointment and you have only 10 minutes, do it, right? More meditation, better. But 2 hours average per day with long durational and also short durational, like half an hour, is very good. I managed really, really good results with a half hour fully active and dedicated meditations, and then with 1.5 hours. So you want to do one half an hour and one time 1.5 hour, I would say. So you have a long, deep meditation, and the half hour meditations are more like short, intense, energizing tool, and also really, really to remember rememberings of the long durational meditation. So that's that the long durational meditation is actually your foundation, and during the day you build on that meditation foundation. So I think that's very interesting analyze from my own experience. What you get told by the Western meditation teachers is mostly 20 minutes per day. It's not enough. 20 minutes meditation will not transfer you into enlightenment. They're not transferring you. You need more time and duration to come there, right? So it's too long. It's too long. It's too short. 20 minutes is too short to really, really make results. You have to have long durational meditations to get experience the chakra openings, the crown, the third eye, the three arts on a row, the palm chakras, to really activate them and to warm them and to make them ecstatic and feel that ecstaticness. You need long durational meditation. 20 minutes is not enough. Yeah, with more meditation, you become more sensitive. You feel aggressions by other people, inner aggressions, so move away from those people. Not be critical with who you goes. I talked in the previous video also about that. If you don't feel good by someone, move away. Don't be there. You are only leakage energy to the wrong people. So that's a very paradox. You become less aggressive yourself. You become so relaxed, you become so chill by all your meditation. But the downside is you recognize in an early stage motives of people and bad behaviors. Um, so that's also yin yang, right? That's all part of the climbing of the mountain of consciousness, is always getting resistance over there. 16 June is the glimpse of the other dimension. Buddha said it, the glimpse of the other dimension. People are saying always, if someone is dying, oh, he's now going to another dimension. And then no, no, this person never went in meditation. He's coming back in a new life on earth. He is following the normal reincarnation circle. He's never stepped 1 foot into the depths change or energetic change what meditation can bring. And no, he's not going in another dimension. His soul's coming back on earth, and he's able to try it again, right? He's able to try it again. He's not having a glimpse of the other dimension. You're able to get a glimpse of the other dimension here and now. Here and now on this earth, you are able to get a glimpse of the new dimension, the other dimension, not in heaven when you're dying. That's also part of your willpower and the trust and the mindset I told about you. You're able to feel the glimpses of the new dimension already now in this earth, at this moment, and not when you're dying and you behave a little bit well, you're paying your taxes and you get some children, you make some children, and you're doing a good job for society, and you go to heaven because you have no criminal record. So your mindset is that you become in heaven, you become enlightened when you are in heaven later on. And that's a very big mindset mistake, because then you reject enlightenment in this stage, in this moment. And if you reject enlightenment in this stage, you never reach it. You never reach higher consciousness levels if you're not believing that's possible at this stage. So you're addicted to outside distractions, to outside matrix distractions, musea. If you go on a holiday, what's the first thing you're doing? You go to visiting places, right? So I was in Istanbul, and what you're doing, oh, let's see this place, let's see that place, oh, we're visiting that. So there is something with outside distractions, and you lose totally your inward journey. A more inward journey, how less interesting all those souvenir shops or those seas or those blue oceans are become. You're busy with your inward journey, and probably if you're going into your inward journey, you saw all those things. You had your first life, you're a second borner. You saw those churches, those mosques, those synagogues, you saw those museas in the world, you saw those mountains, you saw those nightclubs and nightclubs everywhere. You saw those things. You saw those rivers. You're probably fed up with it. If you're watching and following me, you're a second border. You take that for granted. You see, you can enjoy a church, but in the deep sense, you're busy with your crystallization process. You're busy with other things. What is more important? Maybe seeing social behavior of others, enjoying the smile of a child who is discovering something, enjoying how the mother with the child is walking on the street and they're very nice to each other. You can enjoy more human behavior, I think. That will be more interesting to see social dynamics than looking towards the statues in the city you arrive. 24 September is an interesting verse. It's about negative emotions. And when I was reading it, I saw that proud is a negative emotion. And that's an interesting one because proud is mostly seen as something positive. In the Matrix, you're taught to be proud because you have a high grade on your university and you are proud. When you're on the lower school, you get a sticker on your forehead when you have a high grade. When you're on university, you get a diploma and a certificate and a degree. And you show it to your grandparents and your parents, and they say, wow, you have a high grade. I'm so proud of you. You're going to serve the vested interest so well. Probably maybe you're becoming accountant. Probably you're going to work by a bank. Wow, you did so good job. You're one of the best on your class. My little grandson was the best of his class, of his year. I'm so proud of this matrix validation. The trap is that you're following the matrix trap. The trap is the validation, the external validation that you probably found that your parents had to be proud of you. I want that my parents are proud of me, so I work hard. And that's something you're not doing from your inner self. You're not following your inner motives. You're not following your inner strivings here. You do it because of someone else. You're getting your high grades because you want to have validation. You want to make promotion because you want validation. More money, I talked about that. More money. But also validation maybe from your partner. I want that you get promotion. I make promotion, honey. You come home and maybe we have some more sex then. Or more touchings. So also there you see the matrix ladder. The matrix ladder of validation, right? The matrix ladder of validation. So don't be so proud. Don't be so proud. Work hard, living in the now, do something with full gratification, with attention, and let the proud a little bit go. I am sometimes proud, yeah, if I see some body involvement or my chakras are more enlightened, or sometimes I see, whoa, I did so many book reports, amazing. I don't know if some coach in the world read so many books, proven wise. They all say that they read books, but I'm not sure. But that's few times per year. Few times, I think 3 years. If I meet a beautiful woman, I'm proud. It was nice. Great. Thank you. But I'm not so proud as in the past. I'm sometimes proud, but it's not a cleansing external validation attitude that I have to be proud. Proud is not so important anymore if you dive into spirituality, because a lot of times the underlying attitude from proud is ego. And from ego, we want to be proud. I want to be proud of what I reached in my life. I'm proud of my legacy. I want a statue. When I'm dying, I want to have a statue. I want to write 12 books, because when I'm dying, people will see that and recognize that, and I will have a legacy. I will be proud, and my people, when I'm dying, they're still proud of me. Even when I'm dying, people are proud of me. So it's a matrix trap. It's a constant matrix trap, and in a deeper sense, it makes you unhappy, because you're addicted to the proud, addicted to the external validation, constantly addicted to external validation, external impressions. So be less proud, and then you find wisdom nature. Wisdom nature. I talked with you about bringing your mind home and finding true nature. Finding true nature is also wisdom nature. The matrix is validate, smart, huge. Like, if you're smart, you get a high status. If you're making difficult bank products, or you make a difficult car, or you are finding a difficult solution for app or software, or electric car, or difficult things, or you make a product, an airplane was going very fast, or technical mind, or your juridical mind, and top lawyer who's with the mind in the text, and mind and being smart is validated by the matrix. But being wise is not really validated by the matrix, because you cannot earn so much money with it. You can be better smart than wise, I should say, if you want to make more money. But if you are wise, you become a danger for matrix hierarchy. And if you're wise, you are also able to hurt the ego of people. And that is could be very disappointing for the people who are touched with the ego. So you touch the ego. If you're wise, you're maybe touching the egos of the people who are coming by you, or the people who want to go with you. So wise is dangerous. It's dangerous for the matrix leadership. Therefore, Jesus was also crucified, because he was a danger for leadership, political leadership, but also for religious leadership. So he was in conflict with religious leadership and political leadership. He touches the egos. And that was the crucifixion of the ego. Eenvoud, 1 November. 1 November is about the lifestyle. Also there I talked in a previous video about lifestyle. Try to make your life a little bit simple, right? I talked with you about the boat. If you want to buy a boat, do your thing, but you can also rent a boat. So it's more easy, right? If your boat has a reparation or your private jet has a reparation, then it's better to rent. It makes it more easier. So more simple life will be preferable. I talked with you in the last previous video that the Zen masters just lived in simple huts. Maybe you can look that previous video again. So also a little bit more simple life, right? Embrace the simple life. Very interesting. 20 minutes meditation, yeah, I talked with you also about that. It's very Western principle, just 20 minutes per day. It's not enough. It's not enough. You need more hours to warming your chakras, your 7 holy chakras. More hours is more important. Thank you for watching this video about Sogyal Rinpoche, and I wish you a very good day. Bye bye.